Hello, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Lewis. I'm going to say welcome back to my channel, and of course welcome to a brand new video that I'm going to talk to you guys about today. Now we're going to be talking about the iconic BAFTA award-winning comedy series Little Britain. That it was directed by Steve Bendillac, who of course has done other credits for things like Mr. Bean's Holiday, because he did that. He'd done lots of other shows. He's done, I think, mainly a few other things. I don't know too much about his background like other things, but he was the director for the 2007 comedy film Mr. Bean's Holiday. So yeah, that's pretty good. Also, there's also some really good music done by a guy called David Arnold. Of course, also Matt Lucas had him on his show called the Matt Lucas Awards, where he was doing the music for the show, which was really good, and I thought it was really fantastic, and it fitted in really well. The show is it talks about day-to-day life with characters in normal scenarios, like if it's whether in the hospital, or if it's in a dingy flat, or a weight loss class, or if they're just out for a little jog and everything, that kind of thing. And the show is narrated by Tom Baker. Now, Tom Baker is the guy who, of course, you might know, played the Fourth Doctor in Doctor Who from 1974 to 1981, if I got that correct. So yeah, he does the narration for the show, and talking about the characters, and he does have some very funny one-liners in the show, which is just hilarious. At the end of the show, it's just amazing, so funny, and yeah, this is just what I like about him. He's been in other credits. You also might know he also was in Blackadder 2 as well. He was in that as well. He played like this pirate that Rowan Atkinson's character discovers on the ship when they're shipwrecked. I think that's what it is. So yeah, that's really good. And so he's done a few credits and other things as well. I think he was in some horror films and stuff, but we're not going to go there and talk about anything else. But now we're going to discuss the characters. So the characters you've got the juvenile delinquent Vicky Pollard, who randomly just talks a lot of gobbledygook, but she talks about different stories about her story at school with friends and stuff like that. And some of her story don't quite add when she's been asked a certain question about a thing. So like asking her if she'd done this or done that. She expands into different sort of like information to tell somebody, like her school teacher, and also in other places like the pub or swimming pool and other places of like of show.
Vicky, have you even started this essay?
New, but, because I'm not even going on the pill because Nadine reckons they stopped me from getting pregnant.
You know if I don't get this essay by the end of the week, I'm going to have to fail you.
Yeah, but Louise Barron emptied a whole bottle of Fanta into Shannon's bag, but anyway, Luke reckons he fingered Emma Bacon around the back of the language lab.
Vicky, do you want to pass your GCSE?
GCS what? Don't give me evils!
You've got the wicked, evil backbiters course leader Marjorie Dawes, who kind of criticises people on their weight, so like teaches them how to lose weight and stuff like that.
You go up and down. See, you got your good foods over here. You got your lettuce, your Rivita, your dust. And over here, you got your bad foods, your chocolate, your crisps, your cake.
Oh man, she's fat because she loved the cake.
You've got helper Lou, and you've got wheelchair-bound Andy, played by Matt Lucas and Dave Williams.
Lou Todd has bought 2 ice creams, both for his friend Andy.
Andy! Where are you?
Up here.
How did you get up there?
I fell.
You've also got a homosexualist gay man called David Thomas, who of course lives in Llandw Brefi, which is a place in Wales. Yeah, so that he's Welsh, obviously.
You claim to be a gay, do you?
Oh, yes, I am. And Mrs. Evans said I should come and talk to you, because you're the only gay in the village. Well, now you're not. Now there's 2 of us.
No, you are not a gay. I am gay.
I am gay.
You've also got Carol Beer, played by David Williams, who of course appears in certain scenes, mainly sitting at a travel agent's and also in the hospital in the USA version as well.
Computer says no.
Yeah, because the show took them to the USA, and they interact with different American audiences, so people spend more money. Yeah, it was good. And you've got Sebastian, who is the aide to the Prime Minister, who has a bit of a crush on the Prime Minister. So he just loves him in a way. He has a bit of a minor crush, and it's just so interesting to see because he just likes him very much, and it's it's really good to see. So yeah, the Prime Minister was played by Anthony Head. Now you might know Anthony Head from a TV show back in the 1990s called Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where he played Giles, who was like some sort of like priest guy or something. I don't know because I've never seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer, but that's another show that he was in, and he'd been in some other things too. And also he's the father of the actresses Emily Head and another actress, so I can't remember. Emily Head, I believe, was in a show called The In-Betweeners, but I can't remember the other actress's name, but I think there's two actresses in real life, so...
Oh, you do know Sebastian, don't you?
Oh, hello, Sebastian.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine.
Yeah, you've got... there's all kinds of other characters. You've got... There's Kay, who is this guy who always says Wiki Woo.
Wiki Woo, Des K here. Welcome to my Kids Telly Fun Quiz. I used to be on children's telly a lot, before they arrested me in a toilet. I was on my own. How can that be gross indecency?
He's like a children's entertainer, and he spans out of nowhere just coming up with phrases and stuff like that. He works in a DIY store, putting some of his merch out. So basically in the episode we see him showing off his crocodile friend who eats, I think he likes to eat people. It's just so funny. He's also so there's also other people. You've got then you've got some other characters. You've got Margaret and Judy, who are they're not the ambassadors, but they're two ladies who like to go for a stroll on the market stalls, and they like to eat things, which is a bit disgusting, but so yeah, that was pretty funny. And there's a whole array of characters that they play. They play a couple called Clive and Liz, who goes on about that she was Molly Sugden's bridesmaid, and of course, yeah, Molly Sugden does appear in the episode, which I'll tell you guys in a minute. Yeah, talking of guest stars, we had a couple of famous faces that appeared in some of the episodes. So we have guest stars. We have is you've got David Soul, yes, Hutch himself, who appeared in an episode of Little Britain. He was coming in to the hospital to sing. I think he was meeting this couple whose daughter was very, very ill, and he was there to see them. You also have Big Keith himself, aka Ewan McIntosh. Now he plays a character called Cliff Roberts, who is in one scene with Mardador, which is Matt Lucas's character, and he is named as the Fat Fighter Slimmer of the Year, which is kind of interesting. So he appears in it.
There we go. Have a look at that. And these, would you believe, are his trousers. So, please welcome the Fat Fighters Slimmer of the Year, Cliff Roberts!
Have my...
Now...
you've also got Ted Robbins, who is, I believe, the uncle of Emily Atack, who of course was in The In-Betweeners. So he's in it. He's in one scene with these people who are going to a Chinese restaurant, and the woman talks about whatever.
Well, sometimes it just comes up naturally in conversation.
Well, let's just see if we can have an I Was Molly Sugden's bridesmaid free night tonight.
All right then, Clive.
Can I take your order?
Are you being served, or shall I go first?
Yeah, talking of the person I was telling you, Molly Sugden does appear as herself in the scene involving the Chinese restaurant, because the character that David Walliams plays is this woman who talks about her wedding, and she does actually appear in that episode. Now, you might know Molly Sugden appeared as Mrs. Slocum in the TV sitcom in the 1980s, or was it 70s? Are You Being Served? Yeah, so she was in that. Yeah, it was quite interesting that so many good guest stars have appeared in it, and of course you've got some of the other performers in it as well. You've got Paul Putner and Steve First. Steve First, I know, played Barry, who was the husband of Tracy Ann Ullman's character Val in Friday Night Dinner, and Paul Putner, he's played different characters in this. He plays an ice cream man. He plays a hospital porter, or an ambulance man. He plays all kinds of characters. He plays a young boy in a grammar school and other things. So you've got, as I mentioned, also Matt Lucas played Mr. Cleves, who is the teacher at the Kelsey Grange Health Spa, which is Kelsey.
Shall we just watch the video? Yeah, better.
Kelsey Grammer, which is a very funny name. You might think, why do they pick these names? Then there's also the Sandy Toksvik House, where Matt Lucas played a character called Bernard Chumley, who was a theatrical actor. Of course, another guest star that I spotted was Lord Voldemort, aka Tom Riddle himself, Christian Coulson. He was in an episode with Matt Lucas's character, who was the theatrical legend or actor Bernard Chumley.
So, how is your sister today?
I didn't do it.
Oh, how is she?
Oh, I see. Still not walking, but I think a lot of it's psychological. Thank you ever so much.
Have you got yesterday's plates?
Oh, yeah.
We do ask that they're returned clean.
And he appears in it talking about him going to audition for roles in films and stuff. So yeah, now I'm going to talk about why the show got removed and the actual reason why. Now, in 2020, there was an actual thing that happened in America, which I won't go on about. The reason for that is because of the blackface situation, because David Walliams played a character called Desiree DeVere, who was like the alter ego of, I think it was of Bubbles, played by Matt Lucas, and also Roman, played by Rob Brydon. He was in it as well. He only appeared in that scene as Roman. Of course, you might know Rob Brydon for things like Would I Lie to You, and also for playing Uncle Brent in Gavin and Stacey, and a few other things as well. So yeah, the reason why it got removed is because there was something that happened in America where an officer knelt on the neck of a black man. I won't talk about that because it's too personal, but yeah, that's something that happened in America, and that's why the show had to be removed, because people were spouting concerns about the way that the character's race and ethnicity. So basically, like one of the characters that Matt Lucas played is an Asian woman called Ting Tong Makadang, who was the love interest of Dudley Punt, who was the guy that was like a single man he had as his wife. Also, Matt Lucas also played in their spin-off show. He played a character called Precious, who was always going on about the water situation at the airport, because the show is a mockumentary series, something to do with the day-to-day life in an airport. But that's not the show we're talking about. It got removed. And also another thing I also noticed is that one of the characters that David Walliams plays is a student lecturer called Linda Flint.
Martin, it's Linda. I've got a student here who needs the rest of the week off. Personal reasons. Mum's ill. Yep, it's Kenneth Lau. How can I describe him? He's got straight black hair, yellowish skin, slight smell of soy sauce. That's it, the Ching Chong Chinaman.
And she made this homophobic remark about one of the characters in it, who is an Asian man, and referring to him as something to do with Ching Chong Chinaman. So that was she made that joke to a foreign exchange student, and I believe she also made a joke about a black guy as well in the episode. Now I've got nothing against black people or Asian people, but I wish I had said that. But that's just why, the reason why it got removed. And there was a news report about this on BBC News where they were talking about why the show had to be removed, because it was such a big show and lots of people tuned in to watch it, and it made people laugh, and all the characters were sort of described about pathos and comedy. So yeah, lots of other shows also got removed as well from like streaming platforms like iPlayer, BritBox, and Netflix, like shows like The Mighty Boosh and The League of Gentlemen, and also Matt Lucas and Dale Williams also played two other characters who played two black characters, which were minstrels dressed in like hats and purple, like a purple coat or something. So that was like deemed blackface as well, and it was deemed offensive. There were a lot of homophobic and racist jokes that didn't quite land with people, but there was a lot about the blackface situation. Because I saw the news and it was just shocking, and of course the thing that happened in America was horrible. Yeah, there was just so many other shows that just got removed and it was bad. Now I'm going to talk about the shows that the performers starred in. David Walliams, I believe, had a brief cameo in the BBC One soap opera EastEnders, where he was a friend of Alfie Moon, who was involved in Kat and Alfie's wedding. He had a brief cameo in that in 2003. Matt Lucas, obviously known for things like for doing his own show, Matt Lucas Awards, and film credits like Alice in Wonderland, where he played Tweedledum and Tweedledee. He also was in the new Wonka film, where he played Prodnose, who is the inventor. There's quite a few other things that they've done. I think that also David Walliams was in a live show called Barking. I believe that was like a Channel 4 sitcom amongst other stars, other comedians, like comedic talents and stuff. And I'm going to talk about the favourite sketches and characters. So my favourite sketches would be probably Lou and Andy when Lou's back is turned, when Andy decides to take a dive off the when he decides to go for a swim in the swimming pool. So he goes to the highest diving board and dives off it. That's actually featured in the video game as well, which is kind of weird, that scene being in the first series of Little Britain when he dives off the diving board.
You're okay?
I want to get in.
In a minute. Excuse me. I wonder if you give me a hand. I'm here with a friend who you may have seen is in a wheelchair, and I need a little bit of help getting him in and out of the pool. Now, I mean, getting him in the pool is not really a kerfuffle. Getting him out of the pool isn't really a kerfuffle. I mean, it's relatively kerfuffle-free, but he does have a slight fear of water.
There is other ones that are included in the game. You've got Vicky Pollard, who is wearing like a bra and whatever, and she wears roller skates because she's doing roller skating. That features in the game, which you can get as well. I'd probably say like Des K, he was very funny, in the DIY store. Now he also featured on the live show with, of course, Peter Kay, who of course played the character of Brian Potter, who of course you might know from things like that Peter Kay thing. He also did, I think Brian Potter, his character was from Phoenix Nights. Yeah, that show. So but my favourite characters would be Lou and Andy. I'd probably say David Thomas, Vicky Pollard, Carol Beer. Who else is there? There's trying to think. There's Bubbles. You've got Linda Flint. You've got those are like the main characters that Dave Wells and Matt Lucas played. But as I can say, I really do love this show and I highly recommend it. Apart from all the situation with the blackface situation, why the show got removed, it's beyond me. And You know, I think that I do remember that they re-edited the footage from the show and decided to make a clean version, but they took out major characters like Lou and Andy, and they took out Linda Flint, David Walliams' character, because of that racist remark he made towards a foreign exchange student in one scene of one of the episodes. Yeah, but that is going to do it for today, guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to click that subscribe button so that you're subscribed to the channel, because there'll be more fun content to come. Also, don't forget to give this video a like, comment as well, and do you share my opinion about the situation to do with the blackface? Because a lot of other shows got removed, and a lot of celebrities had to apologise for their appearances as black people in scenarios like TV shows like Ant and Dec and like Lee Francis. I don't want to go too much on this Black Lives Matter thing, because obviously that's the protest about the man who got killed in America. As I said, don't forget to give this video a like. Please subscribe if you can, because it means the world to me, and it do me the world of good if you can subscribe. So make sure you're subscribed, and don't forget to click that notification bell so you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And with all that being said, I'll just, by the way, one last thing I must say, I won't be here next week because I'm going away, so there won't be a video next week. But there will be a video the following week after, so please stay tuned for some brand new videos coming the week after. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys again very soon in a brand new video. Take care.